I like a lot of the Terminator franchise. I like it. The sixth one's okay. I like it a lot because I like Natalia Reyes a lot, and she's okay in the movie. Um, and Terminator 4 does not exist. I cannot watch that movie. I I'm gonna try to rewatch it one day, but I can't. I wouldn't. I don't. I won't rewatch it. But the first Terminator, now that's a Terminator movie. The movie looks very outdated, but it's not. If that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it because all the Terminator effects, like all like the stop motion, that looks like when there's a scene when Kyle and Sarah were like ah, and then they close the door behind them, and then there's like a Terminator. What I assume is like a green screen kind of, and then it looks like you can really tell it's like not there. But when the Terminator is fighting Reese, Kyle, I mean Kyle Reese, and then Kyle when like that whole scene, you could tell it's like you can't really. It's not. It doesn't look like stop motion, but yeah, that's. I don't know how. It's just a lot of stuff with the Terminator like chasing them. It kind of looks stop motion ish. And then when he's actually fighting Kyle, it looks really good. So I don't really know how to like say looks outdated, but it's not. Is it just me or like this version of like the Blu-ray, like this set? I don't know like exactly what the set's called, but this set's Blu-ray of the Terminator, the first one, looks kind of weird. I don't know. It doesn't look like a DVD, but it doesn't look like a quality of a Blu-ray. It looks like in between. So I don't know if it's just me, but the Blu-ray is kind of weird. I only imagine what people were thinking about Terminator, like in the early days of Terminator, when they saw the twist ending that Kyle is actually John Connor's father. So, in hindsight, he always needed to send him like back. It's like a closed loop. It's like Tenant. It's like a closed loop. Those kinds of movies are awesome, like to think about, but those are really hard to think about. Like was it always a closed loop, or how because so it's inevitable, kind of technically. The future is not set, they say, but it kind of is inevitable that it's gonna happen because it's been happening over and over and over again. So that's why I kind of like Terminator 3 more than most people. Like when a lot of people didn't like it when they say Judgment Day is inevitable. In my opinion, it kind of sort of is because it's like the first movie establishes that there's like a closed loop, so it is inevitable that Kyle Reese will need to go back in time, and because if Judgment Day is not made, then Kyle Reese would have never had to been sent back to go find Sarah Connor. So yeah, it's pretty much inevitable. So that's why I like the third one a little bit more than most people. This one I like around the end if. I'm talking about the first one, but it says that the future is not set, and then the post-credit scene shows like a guy standing there. I don't know. It's set. I mean, come on. It's kind of like I'm gonna come on saying the same thing, but it's a closed loop. It will always have to happen at least at one point. I like how it shows not glimpses, but it shows like full sequences of the past. But it's very smart on how like the budget is used. I'm not exactly sure what the budget was for the movie. But I'm assuming they couldn't show like 20 minutes of the future. So like one scene when Kyle was remembering, I think it was Kyle, that he was sitting down looking at Sarah's picture, and then all of a sudden the Terminator blasts through the door. Like that is very smart how they used it. You can tell it's in the future, but it doesn't look fake, like big. I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know how it's in the outside future, and then you could tell it's kind of like, stop motion. But in that, like, little area, you can tell it's the future. But it looks very real. So, yeah, it's very smart how they use, like, the budget for, like, the future sequences. I don't know, after the Terminator, like, broke into the police station, that's what it's called. Like, they could see he didn't die after all the bullets. But, I mean, the police died there, so they can't really say what happened with Kyle Reese, what they interacted with him, so I guess that plot thread just, like, gave up. Or not gave up, but just, like, ended right when he killed everybody, so Yeah, I don't exactly know how they'll like believe Sarah in the future. In the second one, anyway. Overall, I really do enjoy the first two Terminators. They're like the best. Like it's always like, gonna be like the originals, but yeah, the end. I like the plot twist at the end where she gets like the camera, like she gets the photo taken of her, and then yeah, I like those kinds of movies like that. It's like a closed loop, but something had to happen. So yeah, I like those kinds of movies. So naturally I would like Terminator. What are your thoughts on the film? And do you like the fourth one? If so, why? It's no, I can't think about it.